Since the fourth season of Rick and Morty ended, fans are patiently waiting for the new season and their new adventures. So, what to do until season 5? Sure, you can rewatch the 4 seasons over and over again, or you might want to check out some new shows that will be as funny and as brilliant as Rick and Morty is. So let's get started, because you'll love these shows while waiting for Rick and Morty season 5. Number 10. Archer. Let's just say that Archer is the polar opposite from Rick and Morty. But if you like an alcoholic as the main character, then you'll love it.
What else? We got any lube? Like at this point, even olive oil would...
This show is about a dysfunctional group of secret agents that each episode brings us new adventures, new problems, and a lot of humor. The show starts off with Archer trying to be a super spy like James Bond, but he's a bit more honest about his drinking problem and being a womanizer. It's ridiculous, offensive, and hilarious, and all the inside jokes and references in the show will leave you with a good laugh. Archer will remind you of Rick with a high dose of narcissism, arrogance, and insensitiveness, which will win you over and make you fall in love with it. Number 9. Final Space. If you're all about space and the concept of partners in crime trying to find their way out of a tricky situation, then you should add this show to your list. The story follows an astronaut called Gary who is serving a prison sentence when he meets an alien named Mooncake. He makes a special bond with Mooncake but is unaware of what his new sidekick is capable of doing. While Mooncake is being chased for his evil powers, he and Gary manage to find a way out and wander in space, going on new adventures each day. Going to intergalactic adventures does sound familiar, but this show will offer you a new look on the entire universe while offering a different kind of humor and still leaving you wanting more. Number 8. BOJACK Horseman. If you're an adult that deals in totally bleak, nihilistic humor, this show will give you just that. Even though both BOJACK Horseman and Rick and Morty are ridiculous and absolutely funny shows, this one addresses depression, addiction, and fame. It follows the story of a humanoid horse who used to be a sitcom star but has since become a washed-up star who dwells in self-hatred.
Yeah, stop doing that. Nobody should be thinking about the things that I say.
It definitely can get depressing and dark at times, but it's also very satirical, and if you love dark humor, it will definitely put a smile on your face. If you want a little break from the intergalactic world and want to watch something more down-to-earth, with the same amount of humor and weird characters, then BOJACK Horseman will not disappoint you. Number 7. Futurama. A show with a lot of sci-fi weirdness with a timeline in the 31st century, this show definitely takes you into the future and lets you into the adventures and crazy situations that Philip J. Fry ends up in. The show starts off the story after pizza delivery Fry ends in an accident that leaves him cryogenically frozen, and he wakes up 1,000 years later to a whole new world of flying cars and non-human characters. He's taken in by an elderly scientist, and they start off their adventures into the new futuristic world. In many ways, it reminds us of Rick and Morty, as both shows include a crazy older scientist and his sidekick going on adventures. Sadly, it ended in 2013, but it's still binge-watching worthy. Number 6. Bob's Burgers. Now, if you want a show that focuses on a crazy family that runs a hamburger restaurant, this one will be the best choice. Even though it doesn't involve traveling to different dimensions or making your own portal gun, it shows the Belter family of 5 through their everyday craziness in the restaurant. Constantly competing with several other local businesses alongside his biggest rival, Jimmy Pesto. The show features a great amount of humor and everyday situations and is definitely not your everyday regular sitcom. The family dynamic is so relatable and hilarious that you'll end up watching it in no time. It might not be the sci-fi show that Rick and Morty is, but while you wait for the 5th season, this one will not let you down. Number 5. Paradise PD. An animated show about a police department? Yes, please. This show is fairly new with only 2 seasons, but the entire story will get you hooked and wanting more. It follows the adults working in a police department that doesn't do a great job of protecting the town.
No, not my Oh, thank God it wasn't my Man, that was embarrassing. Good thing no one was around to see it.
Every single officer on the force is quite bad at his job, and that just makes this show even better. From the humor to the character development, this show will become your favorite pretty fast. It shows all kinds of craziness, from flying dogs to even chickens with guns, and that is only a small amount of everything that's going on. We guarantee that this show will be the funniest, down-to-earth show you've watched in a long time. Number 4. Solar Opposites. If you're a huge fan of Rick and Morty, then this show will not disappoint. Created by one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, you can bet that this show will be incredibly hilarious and amazing. It follows the story of an alien family from a better world that must take refuge in Middle America. Along the way, they disagree whether Earth is awful or awesome. The show revolves around them trying to find a way out and go back to their planet, while maintaining the right amount of humor in the everyday family situations and problems. It truly is an incredible show that will leave you on the edge while watching it, and goes crazier as you go further into the episodes. Number 3. Adventure Time. If you haven't seen Adventure Time by now, all we can say is that you're definitely missing out on a lot. If Rick and Morty is your all-time favorite animated sci-fi show, then this one will give you the same level of humor, excitement, and all the weird worlds in the universe. The amazing colorful art style and the wacky characters are just a few of the things we love about it. The show follows Finn and his sarcastic, shape-shifting dog brother Jake as they travel to the post-apocalyptic land of Ooo. As they search for the next adventure, they interact with numerous monsters, creatures, and magic. Even though it's a kids' show, many adults have enjoyed it and are still enjoying the adventures of Finn and his weird dog brother, Jake. Number 2. The Regular Show. Much like your favorite duo Rick and Morty, this show also follows two working-class friends and partners in crime named Mordecai and Rigby trying to solve everyday problems that almost always leads to surreal, extreme, and often supernatural adventures. Unlike other shows, the two main characters in this one are actually animals, working as groundskeepers at a local park. Throughout the show, they interact with multiple other characters that are inhuman and as weird as they are. Their adventures are the most unusual thing, and they always find themselves in situations they can't handle. You'll definitely love this show for the amazing story and incredible humor, and for the 8 seasons it has, you'll get to go on hundreds of adventures with these two partners and enjoy each second of it. Number 1. Disenchantment. This adult fantasy animated Netflix sitcom is the perfect blend of the supernatural and hilarious in one. Set in the medieval fantasy kingdom of Dreamland, where it focuses on the main character Bean, a rebellious and alcoholic princess with her companion Elfo and her personal demon, Lucy. Throughout the show, it follows her story together with her two friends as they go on wild and oftentimes dark adventures. Even though it's set in medieval time, it also introduces science into the story, making it even more addicting than it already was. With witty jokes, sarcasm, and silly settings, this show creates everything we love about Rick and Morty and more. It will leave you wanting more from the first episode, and you'll end up watching it faster than you think. On a related note, we wanted to know, have you already seen any of these shows? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.